Hello, everyone, and welcome to ArcaKnights, a Power Rangers actual play series here on twitch.tv/ArcLightCourt. Gathered with me are all my wonderful Rangers, and we're going to speed through our introductions, get to the intro, because we've got a lot to cover from last episode.
Guys, what's about to happen?
We will start with Brandon.
Hello, everyone, and happy Eclipse Day. I hope that you're holding hope in your heart, just like Kamen Rider Wizard taught you. I'm Brandon O'Brien, a poet, writer, and game designer from Trinidad and Tobago, and tonight I'm playing Marcia Ambrose, the pink ArcaKnight Ranger.
Alec.
Hello, I'm Alec, or Alec the Barn of the Internet. I'm TTRPG content creator, professional ballroom dancer, not your real dad, and I am playing Peter, the Red Ranger.
Javante.
Howdy, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, non-binary finies, and hellions of all walks of life. I'm Javante, and I'm playing Dior, the Black ArcaKnight Ranger.
Yes. Hama.
Hello, I'm Hama. I'm playing Schrodinger. He's the Cheshire Phantom Purple Ranger. He's a lot of things. He's wearing a lot of hats today. One of which is going to be that of somebody who's about to be deceased. But you know, we make it work.
If you die, I die. So
exactly. I don't
wait.
I don't think this is going to work out very well for us. I'll be perfectly honest with you.
Paige.
Everyone, I'm Paige, aka Pluto's Cleric. I'm a queer, trans, NB streamer and game master and quests around every game known in the universe. And tonight I will be playing Frankie Oliver, the Silver ArcaKnight Ranger.
And I am your Gridmaster Arc or ArcLightCourt. Find me all over the internet at ArcLightCourt. Let's jump right into our intro and get into ArcaKnights. And last we left off, our Rangers had gathered for a massive... Our Rangers had pulled their resources, their ideas, their plans together for this battle against the Dread Hollows led by Dyer. A new upgraded cybernetic body for Dior, possessed by the dark entity, Dark Spectre. Most of their plan went as they had projected for it. Dior had overridden the weapon systems of the power chamber, granting them access to 8 morphing grid cannons, fired them directly down a pathway, incinerating one of the Dread Hollows before realizing, that didn't work as well as I planned. Schrodinger said and did quote unquote Vietnam Ranger point by setting up several grenades, trip lines, and holographic projectors to show other Rangers in the surrounding area. Frankie had gotten onto his new Pegasus Paladin cycle, flying over the battlefield, making attacks, and trying to maintain an area of control over the battlefield. Marcia had appeared and providing ranged coverage as well as inspiration and tactical coordination to the rest of the team there. Peter on board of Castle Camelot with the silver Thunderbird Zord and the red Dragon ArcaKnight Zord flanking, did battle with Mordred in the courtyard of Castle Camelot as Serpentera flew around the battlefield. fights continued. The Canaan Knights seem to have been slain outside of Ranger Point. Zinthra, the Moth Matron, is still kind of wobbling with like 3/4 of her head missing on the inside of the power chamber. In small army of almost 16 Rangers summoned by Flamel had helped along the battlefield. Most notably, the Gold Arclight Ranger had provided an upshift of +2 to all of the Rangers in vicinity, and a Black Quantum Ranger lending his firepower to the area. That Schrodinger tried to steal his gun and was told no.
I asked nicely. I didn't try to steal it. Respect.
And towards the end of this battle, Mordred was sundered within the power chamber and in his dying breath summoned the Draconic Overlord, the evil alternate universe version of our own Peter, the Red ArcaKnight Ranger. In his summoning, he called forth his bladed weapon as Peter stood off with him before the blade pierced through his mother's back, out her chest, and fell to the floor. During this time, Dark Spectre was trapped within a containment card with quick thinking and fucking great dice rolls using an SPD morpher and the judgment mode. But he is slowly breaking through. Now, for those of you who were here last episode, you will notice that there is a ranger here with us who was not with us before. And with all of the combat and all of the actions that had taken place prior to, we're going to start with Dior. Now, Dior, what I'm going to describe to you is going to be mere moments before the Draconic Overlord had summoned his own sword and before Schrodinger started his conversation with Dark Spectre. You see countless ink wraiths at Ranger Point. The large Zord Bay doors leading into the power chamber are wide open and damaged. They don't seem to have the capability of resealing and closing off at this point in time. Several Rangers have been injured, and the Gold Arclight Ranger and the green SPD Dragon Ranger seem to be moving through the battlefield, trying to like reinvigorate them and bring them back to their feet. As you've been out there helping alongside the other Rangers, battling the ink wraiths, keeping things contained and held into place, when you become cognizant and aware of what was summoned within the power chamber, or who was summoned within the power chamber, what would you like to do?
Shit. Okay. Plan C. I'm going to plant the axe onto the ground and just kind of looking at it. Chiron, not tech. How much magic can you pour into something?
Enough to where only my voice will be left.
I need you to get me, the other Rangers on the ArcaKnights, Schrodinger, whatever that is that I just sensed, and the next biggest threat from here to the lake. Where will that leave you?
Give me a spellcrafting roll. You have an upshift of 2, so this puts you up to a D10 on the roll from the beacon light of the Gold Arclight Ranger.
Okay.
We'll say you need a 25 or higher.
Oh, okay. I'm just gonna roll a 10 first. Okay, that's good. That's a 10. Please, for the love of God, roll a 15. That's a natural 20.
Double crit.
Uh,
Okay. In this moment, channeling more of the mystic energy of the morphing grid than you ever have before. You can feel the teleportation sequence tries to take over, like try to take some of that burden and weight off, and Chiron overwrites it entirely, leaving the safety protocols for the other rangers. If they need to be teleported away, this system will be used. I will be the conduit for this. You know the feeling when the first time you meet a dog and it instantly just attaches itself to you. Like you sit down and it just sits right onto your lap, lays its head to your chest. That comfort, that security. You feel that, Lamont. And you feel the head just slightly raise off of your chest. Marcia, Frankie, Schrodinger, Peter, Dior. You all feel your bodies pulled away from the power chamber. Like you were teleported, but in a way that you have not been teleported in before. This feels so much more powerful. This feels like it reached through your chest, grabbed your spine, and pulled you in the direction. As all of you are now standing just outside of Turtle Bay Lake. Schrodinger, card is still in your hand.
Oh, thank God.
I think Frankie just swings in the air at that. What the fuck?
I think Schrodinger thinks he just dies. He's like, this is it. This is what hell looks like. This is what it got me. Just a bunch of lake surrounded by the.
We're at Turtle Bay Lake.
What the fuck was that?
You sense that the two other major threats.
Oh fuck.
The Draconic Overlord and Serpentera could not be pulled.
Oh. What?
They could not be pulled. Because of the double crit, you understand that the Draconic Overlord is unaffected by spells that others cast entirely.
Oh, shit.
That's why he removed Gina's hands in the universe he was from. And Serpentera was too far, still doing combat with Camelot, the Thunderbird Sword, and the Dragon Sword. Alec?
Can I go back?
No.
What do you mean no? I can't teleport back?
What did you
do? What the fuck did you do? You left that thing with my mom.
I was trying to get it too.
I don't think that's really. I fuck up a lot. That doesn't seem like a valid excuse. As I'm just like. Also, priority here.
Throw the card into the lake.
I am not doing that.
The lake disrupts Morphing Grid energy.
Isn't this like the opposite of that?
It's still attached to Dire.
No, it's not.
It's not?
It's not. It's
so
Dark Spectre.
So he's pure chaotic Dark Spectre.
Dark Spectre is in this card.
And that card is Morphing Grid energy. Throwing the card in the lake would immediately release him.
Yeah, not doing that.
How far are we from the power chamber?
Miles.
God damn it. Can I call my ship to me right now?
Your ship is auto engaged in combat at Ranger Point, and you
Ah.
have
Fuck that's.
the cat piloting it currently.
Can you call our
Hey,
cycles?
Chiffon, how long would it take you to get to this lake?
I don't even know where the hell you went.
Your guess is as good as mine. The Ranger Point lake. I don't know. Something about
What do you mean
turtles.
you don't know what? You were
I don't know
here.
where the hell you teleported us.
Fuck.
While everybody's freaking out, I want to check my phone for something.
What are you checking?
Are there any Silver Guardians nearby?
As you check your phone, the first thing you become immediately aware of is the entirety of Angel Grove is under attack.
Oh.
Ooh,
There are
grand.
ink wraiths tearing through city streets, through buildings. The protective net was not engaged, so there are buildings that are literally being destroyed by ink wraiths. What you do see, though, is there are Silver Guardians who are actively fighting against it, as well as several time flyers are moving between the metropolis area, trying to escort civilians out and provide covering fire and protection.
Okay. Guys, this is a bigger mess than we initially thought.
What?
Schrodinger, the
Fine.
card cracks.
Fuck. Wait, I can teleport. Can I leave?
Nope.
Can I send this to my ship?
You could send that to your ship, but you yourself cannot teleport.
I can't.
You
go
all
with
have
it,
been
but I-
you all have been temporarily disconnected from the teleportation network by the spell that Dior used to get you guys safely out of there.
I'm just gonna look them in the eyes just real quick. I'm just gonna say, when all this is over, you're going to the same planet as the Megaforce Rangers as I send this card to my ship.
Okay, give me a Morphing Grid tech roll with a downshift of 1.
Oh,
no.
shit. What am I, just a real quick, what am I aiming for here? Just so I know if this is possible.
You're aiming for a 23.
23. Okay.
Yes.
All right. Get myself a D8 and the
Nothing.
D4 and the 6. And
Not the D8, just the D6.
Oh, yeah, that's right. That's a lot,
Downshift.
Dior. I'm
Sorry,
using the
Alex,
Jade
it's a
one because
valiant
this is
effort.
important.
It's a
I might
valiant
die.
effort, Dio.
I was gonna say, not like I wasn't.
It was a good try, yeah. But though,
Can I summon my bike?
yeah.
Can we do much of anything right now?
You can call the bike, but the bike would have to travel to you.
What was the number that I had to aim for again?
23.
Wait.
I mean, my bike can fly. It might get here a little
24.
faster.
24.
All right, cool. That's settled. I want to mention that I did put it in the time thing. Just
You
putting that out there.
You hear Chauffant, you sent the literal devil into here with me.
You must really hate your cat.
You with
Monster.
I am miles away thanks to that fucking dude. All right, I don't know what you want from me. I didn't want to die here.
What was your plan?
If he gets out in the
I
ship,
had
is
a
that
fucking
good?
plan. It was so much easier if I was near my ship.
Friends.
A nice
Yes.
moment of
Just
respect
like-
before the entire
Just
city
like
gets
moments,
glassed.
just like moments ago when some of us were about to die, things are not going well. We adapt. Dior, what did you have in mind when you brought us here?
The plan
Other
was
than
to
on us not dying.
the plan was to yoink us and the two major threats to here. Get them
Cool.
away
Why?
from the gestures over to the lake.
Fair.
So should we start walking back, or
I've
do you
already
want to maybe
started
take the bus? Yeah, I'm going.
As fast as I can go.
While we are walking in a direction, I message Barrett.
Really quick though, while we're having this discussion, what threats were brought with us?
Just the
Nothing.
card.
Just the
Just
card?
the
Well,
card.
I was holding it, so.
Fucking
Yeah, I'm
I'm-
definitely calling for our cycles, so they at least meet us halfway, or a little bit more than halfway.
I want everyone to give me an alertness check.
If I can't teleport to my ship, can my ship teleport things
I
to
have
me?
a thing for those now, I think.
Not insight, alertness.
Well, like if I'm just disconnected,
Not
what if I just
insight.
get? Oh. Sorry, what was this again? Alertness?
Yes.
What is
17.
my? What the fuck is my alertness?
I have danger sense. Is this a trap?
No, it's not a trap.
Okay. I have to ask that on every awareness roll now. Is this a
14.
trap? If I get advantage. That is a
14.
23 with a crit on the skill die.
18.
17.
Oh,
Everyone
put
who
that guy
got
here.
over a 15, as
Mhm.
you are racing back towards Ranger Point, your speed is greatly enhanced being in your Ranger forms. This is nothing new for any of you. You know this. You're able to cover a lot of ground in very short periods of time. You're running somewhere near like 35, 40 miles an hour. Okay. It's as you're running that you see something shatter at the top of the mountain where Ranger Point is.
Oh,
That's
And a
not
large, twisted black and purple and gold energy wave shoot into the sky as something starts to rip open.
I worked so hard to get this timeline right. How'd you fuck it up
Wasn't
in like 2
wasn't
minutes?
there a crystal that they wanted in the? Hmm.
Yep, and we left it completely defenseless.
Yep. Wait, what about that one guy who was eating paper? Maybe he can defend the world.
Yeah, what's Nico at?
Nico was out on the battlefield.
God
Yeah.
damn it.
We had
wasn't
an
able-
army of rangers and they didn't do shit.
We
well,
were
they
holding
kept
the
us
front
from
line.
yeah, we were doing great. Word.
Marcia?
Operative phrase.
Right. So I was messaging Barrett while this happens. I just messaged, I am very sorry, and then I'm gonna try to hack a time flyer from my phone.
Can we
Uh,
go back in time before that happened?
give me a morphing grid tech or technology roll.
It will definitely have to be technology, and I'm not very good at that.
Oh,
Critical success 22.
Damn, everybody's
Oh,
fucking
that's
critting
go.
today.
You are able to get access to essentially like the heads up display and information of the time flyer that Barrett is currently in.
Yoink, Barrett's
You
flyer.
can't completely take over, but you are aware of all of the information that is presented on the HUD at this point in time.
Mhm.
Time anomaly detected. Chasm level threat detected.
Hell is a chasm level threat.
Return to base.
Can I communicate to
that's where all our
Barrett through the
stuff is.
HUD?
Yes, you could.
Buddy, can I ask you to help me with something?
Where are you?
I immediately send my location. I
En
need
route.
you to take some of my friends up the mountain. Can you do that?
I'm pretty sure I can get all of you as you see the time shadow ship immediately is over top, like keeping speed with all of you as you're running, and you see ports open up on the bottom.
Ranger
Everybody
jump.
get in. I jump.
Yeah, I jumped.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
you're
As you all jump in, you are now behind the cockpit area of the Time Shadow Flyer. You all remember how big Barrett is. Imagine that in a like matte gunmetal gray Time Force uniform.
Hot.
damn.
How old is Barrett again?
But the whole right side of his helmet is shattered.
Ooh.
Oh shit.
What happened to you? Are you okay?
I started the fight on the ground and then decided that more reinforcements were needed to the top of the mountain, correct?
Yes.
Yeah.
Lots.
But
Fast as
are
possible.
you
As many as we
good?
have.
On the bright side, we
Goals
dealt with
are-
Power Ranger Satan.
Are you good?
Good is a question for later.
Yeah, just
Is
take
my mom fine?
Your mom is 1,000 years in the future coordinating right now.
I'm
Uh,
not sure if
Your
you're
mom can
being literal
time
or
travel
not.
now? What the
I
fuck?
don't have time for this.
The ship is already like hard lurch as fast as possible, gets you guys up towards Ranger Point.
Aaron, you still active, buddy?
Nothing, Dior.
Oh, fuck.
As you guys get to the approaching point of the mountain, the entire cap is shattered. There's nothing but disarray, grayed sandstone that has fallen within the power chamber, and this beam of wicked, malevolent energy tearing up into the sky.
That doesn't look good.
What is that?
No, it does not.
Do we have communications with, like, are we connected on a channel with all the other Rangers?
Everyone who has grid-wide communicators, yes.
Everyone but me.
Like the people we summoned.
Yeah.
The people that we summoned. I'm gonna get on there and be like, anyone who is still standing, converge on the power chamber. We need to stop whatever is happening now. This is Peter of the ArcaKnights. We're coming back in. Everybody there, if you can.
You hear several seconds of static
Please tell me.
before finally something breaks through. They got to the crystal. They're trying to get to the center of the morphing grid. They already left, but we're keeping them from bringing anything else through.
Is the Quantum Ranger still alive?
That's the one that's talking.
Oh, thank God.
Center of the Morphing Grid. Isn't that where I've been before? Like multiple times?
I'm like
Frankie's
half
been
of that.
there. Schrodinger spent a large portion of their time converging with the Morphin matron there.
No, Hama's in there too.
Hama's there.
Hama's definitely there.
Peter has been there when he spoke with the child version of himself after the battle with Mordred, or before the battle with Mordred.
Yeah.
Dior was there when Dior had a conversation with Zordon of Eltar and Form, a previous incarnation of a Phantom Ranger. The only one who hasn't been there yet is Marcia.
Hey, you want to see something cool?
Are you telling me that big beam is there the way they got in?
We're assuming and then it goes static.
Jumping
Okay.
Yep, drop us down.
Geronimo?
I briefly take my helmet off, give Barrett a kiss on the cheek, say, you're gonna need to get as far away from here as possible. Assist the rest of your team.
I'll be here waiting for you to get back.
Take care of yourself.
I'm fairly
And
certain
I
this
fall
is.
out one of the ports.
I'm fairly certain this is corrupted morphing grid energy, so this is probably going to hurt when we go. Okay.
Just
Swan dive.
swan dive.
It's like the scene from the Mighty Morphins movie when they jump out at the beginning of the movie from the plane.
Yeah. I start doing skateboard tricks and I take out my
100%.
color coordinated backpack.
The five of you dive out of the time shadow vehicle, landing at the top of Ranger Point. You can see that the sky is starting to darken deeply. You're barely catching views, Frankie and Peter, from your Zords of their continued battle with Serpentera that they're like trying to feed back to you.
Yeah.
It doesn't look like it's going great, but they're still going. They are still going. As you land, you see that in the center area where that beam is tearing up into the sky, the broken floor of the power chamber, you can see almost like hundreds of ink wraiths that are fighting against a circle of about 7 or 8 rangers around a natural formed Zeo crystal that this energy is pouring out of.
How far are those ink wraiths from us?
You're looking down the hole is about 30 feet down.
Okay. I am going to summon my grimoire and like hold it open, and then I'm gonna close the book and I'm gonna say, close the chapter, Guildmaster form, and I'm gonna pull my book over me as my big bulky paladin armor kind of vanishes from me and slims down. I still have like the pauldrons, the stagel, flowing red cape, as we see like cracks of like that black oathbreaker energy begin to like crawl over me, but then settle into details across the armor. So it's mostly red with black detailing and like a simple red helmet with 2 pulled up horns. And I'm choosing my blast mode to make a targeting attack against all enemies within 50 feet in a 10 by 10 foot area. So basically, I'm going to try to blast
straight down the center,
and blast all those ink wraiths away.
All right, give me that targeting roll.
As I see him doing this, can I step up, turn the dial on my morpher, and do the same fucking thing? Because I also have a mega form. Frankie steps up, material monk form, and then does a similar thing and just puts side by side with Peter and just will do this fucking blast.
That is a 24 to hit.
And this is
absolutely.
And all enemies that are hit will suffer 3 energy damage.
Okay.
And that's a 22 for Frankie.
Absolutely.
Same damage.
So as the 2 Guildmaster forms come into light for the first time, sending these beams of red and silver energy out, it's like peppering the entire area where the other rangers who are still standing in that circle around the Zeo crystal, just unloading into every single one of the ink wraiths there, making a 10-foot like diameter all the way around them, giving them breathing room, giving them space. And just as the barrage ends, you watch them all like shift forward through that 10-foot space that was made and continue fighting and keeping these things off.
I think.
Oh,
go ahead.
Can I attempt to analyze what that beam is, if that would be a way to get like people through to wherever they step through?
Give me a Morphing Grid tech roll.
Okay. My favorites. Sure, just regularly crit. That's fine. 26.
So this is every Zeo crystal acts as a beacon to the beacon, the solarite that is the beginning of the Morphing Grid, the crystalline, physical incarnation of life, of energy, of the Morphing Grid. There's no other true way to describe it. It has been torn open. The connection, the tether to the beacon, to solarite, has been torn open, and it is trying to find the fastest route to the center So it is tearing through other universes to get to the Solarite, to get to the center. So going into this, you will immediately end up in the exact place that the last person who went through it went to. And each time you go through it will lead you to the next point. From what you can gather right now, there are 3 points that it's gotten to. The next will be the center.
You all need to go now. And I'm going to jump down the 30 feet to where the other things are fighting.
I'm gonna look at the group and be like, let's go on a field trip. And gonna leap into the beam, I guess.
Yeah, same.
I think I'm gonna hang back for like just a quick second, and I'm gonna call Chiffon.
Yeah.
So, how are things going up there?
Oh, great. I'm fighting, giant dragon mech. I've got Satan in the back seat and trying to keep him from throwing snacks on the floor.
So he's not behaving himself then.
Yeah, absolutely not.
Cool. I'm about to jump into a giant pillar of death, but I just want to call and tell you that through multiple universes, a handful of evil Peters, and honestly that one time when we murdered like just so many Megaforce Rangers, it was so fun.
Yeah, it kind of was.
You remain the only constant in my life, and I just wanted to let you know that you're one of my best friends.
I'm like your only friend, but I'll take best.
Oh.
I'll take best.
If anything, that's a big honor. Now, apparently, I have a bunch of friends here.
Oh, Mr. Popular, go save her.
If I don't make it back, just promise me you'll be a good friend to my sister. As I'm just gonna fucking dive into the thing.
Alrighty.
Is Chiffon connected fully to our grid communicators as well?
Chiffon, yes.
Okay. I specified I'm jumping down. I'm not jumping through. Where those inklings are fighting, I'm going to stand at the front.
You're going to go to stand at the front?
Where they're fighting, I'm standing in front of the crystal.
Okay. Marcia?
And
I'm gonna stick with Dior.
You're going to stick with Dior?
that's
Okay.
a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity, mate. You get to see where all of this stuff that you are a lot more smart about comes from.
I'm probably the dumbest person here.
I can't hear Chiron anymore.
That's not good.
I used a lot of his magic to try to get that plan to work, and it didn't. I don't even know how I'm still morphed right now.
As the two of you take
Corellian?
your place in front of the crystal, helping to protect it, you see that black quantum ranger turn back to the two of you. You never split the team. Turns his quantum blaster towards the two of you and sends a force wave pushing you two into the beam. Well, that's where we'll take our break, everyone. As our Rangers now.
Yeah.
We will die.
As our Rangers are now
Lord.
going to traverse the multiverse of the Morphing Grid with 3 cool pit stops before the beacon. We'll
I'm
see you
dying.
all in
Is this when we
about
kill the
10 to
Samurai
15
Rangers?
Please.
Okay, yeah, be back.
Aw.
God.
Welcome back, everybody, to ArcaKnights, a Power Rangers actual play series, as we jump into where did our Rangers go? As three of them leapt willingly into this beam, and two were force yeeted by the Black Quantum Ranger, told never split the party. Never leave your
that
team.
was Arc being like, get the fuck in there.
As all of you are seeing cascades of color blended in the strangest abstract geometrical forms move past your eyes. There are moments where you're seeing brief images of other Ranger teams in other universes fighting against ink wraiths, fighting against versions of the enemies that you were also just facing. And it's as all of this moves past your vision, you feel yourself coming to a stop, a standing point. For all of my Spider-Man Across the Universe fans, the world you are now standing in looks to be very similar to a full-colored manga panel. Cityscape background behind you, beautiful colors blending and twisting around, but the five of you still look like yourselves, standing out completely against whatever universe or place this may be. When you see one of the buildings in the background break and fall over as a chasm opens, similar to the one you had seen in the sky in your own world.
Well,
go ahead.
I was gonna say, well, we know where we need to go. As I point to the chasm that opened.
This is incredible.
This is so trippy.
I'm gonna vomit in my helmet.
Frankie's looking up to see if he has a voice bubble.
There is. And you first noticed the voice bubble when Peter spoke.
I hate this.
Huh.
Okay, that's not weird at all.
If I just keep talking, is it one large word bubble or is it just multiple smaller word bubbles? Because now it's
continuing to breaks away and then
multiverse ending, guys. Multiverse ending.
Yeah, sorry.
As you begin racing,
while everybody is running, I literally just stop behind them to turn dramatically to a corner and say, even if there is no God or Buddha, there will always be Power Rangers, and then I run behind them.
And then the page turns.
The hell was that?
Gold and black, or pink and black bubble appears and then becomes sharpened and angled slightly before it settles into the corner of the panel. As you continue moving forward, you can feel when the page turns in this world.
Oh,
it's a shiver through your entire body and existence. As you are now standing in the center of a metropolis. It has this blend of old feudal Japan look with modern architecture applied with it. Instead of glass windows on concrete buildings, they have the paper windows on there with beautiful drawings on each panel that cover these buildings with the Shinto styled roofing to them and settings. All of the cars seem to slightly float off of the ground with this pink and purple mist that just kind of flows out, and just at the edge of the mist you can see what looks like cherry blossom flowers just kind of floating on the wind. And ahead of you, you see what looks to be a demonic looking kabuki theater that is completely opened up, a large mouth in the center, and you see ink wraiths doing battle with what looks like a team of Rangers, but it's still a bit too far for you guys to really gauge it.
All right, let's help out, I guess.
These better not be the Samurai Rangers.
If it is, we take them all out, buddy.
I'm killing Jade and Sheba next. We're in a new world. It doesn't matter.
Oh my God.
As
Stop
you
being murderous for one moment, please.
No.
as you rush forward,
principle.
you could feel the page turn again.
Ah.
And there's
Read
this
slower.
large scene shown of the ArcaKnights approaching another team of Rangers who are doing battle. And no, I won't have you roll. In the top left corner, you see Power Rangers, Shinwa Kage, X ArcaKnights in the top.
How come we don't get top billing? We're the ones saving the multiverse.
Yeah,
I will.
no.
But we're crossed over into the. I get it.
Can I do
Crossed
spellcraft?
over
Can
into
I do
our
a
thing,
can I do a
actually.
spellcraft and roll to jump ahead a couple panels?
First, we'll cover what's on this panel.
Where's the one where we
see
win?
Above each one of you is a small box that says Frankie Oliver, green, and then a silver lined through it, silver ArcaKnight Ranger. Schrodinger, and then it gets like weirdly
Apparently.
like stretched out, and then it says Wally, and it says Purple Phantom Cheshire ArcaKnight, and then just trails off for a second, like too many characters in the box.
Can I take my pen and start writing on it?
Marcia, Ambrose, pink ArcaKnight Ranger, Dior. It's got like this weird tech look to it, and then like Lamont is written just behind Dior in this like ghostly black writing, and it says black ArcaKnight Ranger, and it says Peter, red ArcaKnight Ranger, and sub-bracketed off of Frankie and Peter's is it says Guildmaster form engaged. Then above the other Rangers, you see Anthony Quick, the red Shinwa Kage Ranger, Zord Nobusuma, the flying squirrel.
Huh?
Over the yellow, you see Sarah Bell, the yellow Shinwa Kage Ranger, the Kamanu Zord of a lion shown. The blue Shinwa Kage Ranger, Joseph Rodell, with the Genbu Zord, the tortoise. You have Amber Sonatag, the pink Shinwa Kage Ranger, with the Kawasu Zord, the otter. And then you have Sasuke Darrington, the gold Shinwa Kage Ranger, with the Tanuki or Raccoon Ranger, Raccoon Zord. They're all doing battle with the Ink Wraiths as the gold Shinwa Kage Ranger turns back and sees all five of you rushing and says, I assume that some of these, or maybe all of these, are from your world.
Kind of, yeah.
As we're bolting over them and the Ink Wraiths. Yeah, thanks.
Yeah, have fun. Bye. Before we help, tell me, is your leader Japanese?
All of Japan rules the entire. What kind of question
All right,
is
I'm
that?
staying here. You guys have fun.
Oh God.
Frankie picks, like a cat, just yates them up.
I leave them a note to kill the other samurai rangers. In another world, this is what happens. Stop them.
As you get closer to the large, like, demonic mouth that's open that has the chasm within it, you see what looks to be, or could have possibly been, the villains of these Rangers also fighting against the Ink Wraiths. Also fighting against what's come through.
Bunch of dorks.
You see Emperor Izumo, a mountain of a demon with several masks hanging around his neck, carries a large paper fan on his back, and a bag of wine hangs at his side. You see Arara Gato, the eldest son of the Emperor, slightly smaller than his father, but still just as ferocious, with sharp and jagged red hair that covers most of his body. You see Wawagotu, the youngest son of the Emperor. He has a long tongue like a kappa, but it's wrapped around his face like a scarf, with like several teardrops hanging from the side of his face, and he's doing battle. Then you see Onara Gata, the daughter of the Emperor, appears as a geisha, but was originally born as a son to the emperor. But upon finding their kabuki powers, became a woman and the only daughter to the emperor. They are all actively fighting against the ink wraiths, and when they see all of you coming forward, they just like clear a path down the center.
Thanks.
Thanks, you
You
guys.
guys
Look
are
awesome.
cool. Here's a these are the addresses of the other samurai
Schrodinger? I'm,
rangers.
I'm gonna use my axe to like stage hook Schrodinger.
I'm
with
telling you, there.
I
I want to stay in this world. I don't want to save the other one anymore. I like
Hey,
it
I'm
better
still
here.
we're still in blast mode. Can we send a blast as we run by at least and help them out?
Absolutely,
that'll
if
be
you
fine.
want to.
Sure, why not? As long as I don't stop to do it, yeah. That was a horrible. It's a 5. I missed wildly. Sorry, I tried.
The system is dialed to attacking enemies because they're the bad guys of this world.
no.
You
Oh,
accidentally attack
Christ.
them. As you all run through
Look at my
this
hand, like,
demon-torn mouth into the chasm, again, this cascade of colors, geometrical designs, scenes of other universes again appear before you, and you feel yourself pulled into place again.
There's a lot of interesting multiverses here.
I really wanted to take one of my text boxes with me.
Barren ice wasteland.
Wisconsin.
Oh God, anywhere but
Kind
that.
of, but more flat and
God,
a
North
little
Dakota.
less barren than Wisconsin.
North
Oh
Dakota.
God, North Dakota.
No. Where are the Dakota Rangers?
Looking
Oh,
out
God.
across the ice, it goes for as far as your vision can see. Even in your morph forms, you can see like the steam from you breathing seems to just pull out of your suits, and there's like small bits of like breathy fog around you as you're standing there. What would you like to do?
Do we see the portal?
You do not currently see the portal.
Can I use my powers to teleport around like long distances so I don't waste my time walking to find it?
I think I have an ability that might work.
Where are
What
you
if we just-
teleporting to? Because everywhere you can
I have-
currently around
I have
you
an
is
ability
just flat ice.
called Duty of the Silver that I can teleport to the nearest concentration of Power Rangers. So if I grab everyone, can I yeet us to whatever this world's Power Rangers are?
You just teleport to the
Yes.
other side of this sand.
Yes,
We
I'll
just
do that.
go into the water. We're under the ice.
Frankie looks
you're
around
doing
like, everyone grab one. I got an idea. And then I just
Alright.
like, as soon as you
Pick
grab
up
one,
the-
I just like punch a hole in the air, and we just get yeeted through.
Are you the one doing
Cross.
this?
Wait, let me zoom.
No, you don't get any choices with teleportation anymore.
That's not a teleportation.
You lose teleport. You've lost your
Yeah,
privileges.
Frankie's teleportation literally feels like you just got punched in the face as you get pulled across.
Oh, what the fuck?
As
Okay,
you are,
neither one of you gets to teleport us anymore.
as you are all pulled through this new portal ability that Frankie apparently has.
Saves us time.
Yeah, I haven't
As
had to
you
use it yet.
appear, you are standing almost back to back, and you can feel the other people behind you, and there are ink wraiths scattered in front of you. Like they're trying to claw their way towards all of you, but they can't get any purchase on the ice currently.
Losers.
Nobody likes the ice levels in Mario.
No.
As you appear, the 5 of you feel the people behind you immediately like put a hand to your shoulder and stand in between all of you, creating like a wall of rangers.
You
What's
haven't
up?
seen a giant portal to the sky, have you?
You mean that one? And they point down.
Perfect. Thank you.
Ooh.
You look down.
You wouldn't happen to know a
through the-
quantum ranger, would you?
Through the ice, you can see that chasm is there. And it looks like this ice was created to block those ink wraiths from getting to it.
God.
You're
We
standing
gotta-
over the top of it.
We're
gotta
gonna
go-
have to
we
get,
You
gotta
gotta
go
get
down.
in there. So
If okay,
Like,
it's
figure
already
it out.
weird enough. Our quantum ranger isn't here, and he's
Yeah.
normally the one that's like
He's
all
with
over
he's
this.
with
He's really
he's
cool.
He's in our
we
dimension.
could punch through the ice. That's fine.
Like, we'll figure it out if you want to. We're really sorry about the inconvenience here. We just saw this really cool world, like, right before this one. Your world kind of sucks.
Schrodinger.
Sorry.
Even
It's
through
all
the
ice.
helmet, like
It's
you feel
all
the
ice. It's all ice.
They probably have great ice cream. You might want to back up so we can go through the ice.
the Arctic Gardna Rangers then move forward and create like a perimeter around you guys so you can try and get through it, so they can keep whatever ink, like if any of the ink wraiths get close, they can kind of protect you guys from them getting to you.
Perfect. Frankie cast punch.
I'm gonna look at Frankie and go, ready to go big, and I'm
Yeah.
gonna use his personal power to switch to brawn.
Okay, bet.
That my armor like reorients. You see, like Peter gets almost like twice as muscular and big, and then I'm just gonna
Question.
Like,
I just
How
get
many-
3 of me. Why
how
do you guys
many-
get this?
Is each rolled a round of combat technically?
Yes.
Okay, then I still don't have to spend points yet. So I will do the same thing and shift to that big mode.
Yeah, we get a 3 upshift to this. So what is it? What are we rolling?
3
You
up
win
shift. What are you at currently?
Isn't it brawn?
Brawn, I'm already at a D8.
D8. So
You'd
1, 2, 3
be-
puts you at 2D8.
Frankie is not super strong. This puts
Jesus.
Frankie to D10.
Yeah.
Frankie traded
while they're-
muscle for speed.
It's a 31.
31. Okay.
31.
Well, while they're doing that, I'm just gonna go.
So
ahead and
Frankie's not as
analyze some
strong,
of the
but that
ice.
is a 23 of a crit. So it
Oh,
works.
Dior, what were you doing?
I'm just analyzing the ice to kind of figure out if this is. I know this is a multiversal area, but it's like, is this Earth? What part of Earth is this?
This is not Earth by any stretch of the imagination. This is some other planet in some other universe.
I was
This
gonna
is
say, I was gonna turn to like
awesome.
the Arctic Guard Rangers and be like, is your entire planet just ice? Like, do you live anywhere?
The top layer is our actual place is down there.
Oh,
This
do
is
you guys
so-
have like cable?
Something like that.
Cool. I'm just gonna take out while they're punching the ice. Can I just take out my gun and shoot it?
Yeah.
Like I'm just gonna use so I could switch it to a different weapon. So I'm just gonna
Mhm.
turn it into the Magistaff from Mystic Force, and I'm just gonna shoot fire with it.
Okay.
I
Roll the
bet-
attack roll for me.
Sticking with the
players.
Dragon
For
Ball
the-
Z thing, where like that
the 3
Ultra
of you
Super Saiyan
attacking?
form right now.
Yep.
With the 3 of you attacking, it'll take 3 rounds to break through the ice while they're holding that perimeter for you.
How many is
You
it
got
for
the
a crit?
first one. It would still be
Still
3 rounds.
okay. Well,
Because it
yeah,
went from a D10 amount of rounds down 2 more because 3 of you are actively working on it.
so much ice in this stupid planet.
For Marcia and Dior, the Arctic Gardna Rangers, a little bit different from regular ranger forms. Their whole suit is like this almost silvered white with just the barest like accent color to each one of their forms. And they have like this fur-lined cloak that sits over their shoulders and then down their back that has the color of their ranger form within that as well. And they're like maintaining shots, and like chained weapons are being thrown out to keep pushing these ink wraiths back and away from the area that you guys are actively over. What would you two like to do?
I support them with Feywind Bowfire.
Alrighty, give
I
me
will
some
also-
targeting rolls.
I can't do ranged attacks, but I will support by just using the absolute length of the axe to keep them at bay.
Okay. So for that one, keeping them at bay, I want you to give me an intimidation roll.
Oh, that's new for me. Let's go.
Wow, I missed my targeting roll. I rolled 5.
Well, can't win them all. That's a 5.
So you like Marcia is giving cover fire essentially. None of the shots are connecting, but they're like hitting the ice right in front of the wraiths or right behind them. So it's like trying to keep them managed in that area, even though it's not connecting with any of them. Dior, you've essentially like taken the axe and drawn a line across the front of the Arctic Gardener Rangers and are like waiting for them to get close enough. If they get to this line, everything comes loose. All of the stops are out. They don't seem to care much about that because they're trying to avoid getting shot at. They're avoiding the arrows that are coming at them. There's a bunch of chained weapons being thrown. They're like, okay, you're right there. And they're not advancing towards you. They're like trying to position around, like go for flanks, essentially. My 3 working on the ice. Give me your next roll of attacks.
Yay. Is there like a
28.
specific number we gotta hit for this? It's ice, because like this is Morphing Grid tech, right?
You need over a 15.
Oh, yeah, I got
28.
it. Yeah,
That was
good,
a 16.
All right. So all 3 of you
this
again
ice.
punching through, taking shots into it. Fireball.
Fire. I'm just in the back. Fireball.
It's like
you got
it's
it,
like
guys.
punch, punch, fire, punch, punch, fire.
I'm making it water for you guys to like.
To
Making it
really,
easier.
This planet sucks.
It's starting to look like that scene from Step Up 2 where they're dancing in the rain for a second. But
What a
Of
pull.
all
What
the
a
references
bitch.
you
What
could
a
have made,
pull.
Step Up 2?
absolutely. I know
Okay.
my fans.
Can we get a? Can I give? How much does it cost for an ArcaKnight Step Up 2 watch
We're
party?
doing stomp.
Oh,
Oh my
uh,
god! Can we do stomp?
Marcia and Dior, what are you guys doing this round?
Oh fuck this. I still have I could still take on my other forms, right?
Yes.
Do you all have other forms? What the fuck?
I'm gonna take on my
Read the books.
I'm gonna take on my berserker form and then just turn and swing the axe where they're hitting because I can do a bit of fire blast on there.
There we go. All
It
right.
just,
So
he really just goes, fuck this.
turn,
Realize.
swing down. Make that attack roll for me. Marcia, what are you doing?
I am gonna make a group strike against the ingrates that are directly ahead of us. I'm just gonna like leap over one of these Arctic Gardener Rangers' shoulders, just leap up into the air and just fire downward into them.
Alrighty. Go ahead and
25.
make that attack roll for me. 25.
Mhm.
After Schrodinger's last fireball into that space, you all just hear Dior go, fuck this. Turn mid transformation, the axe changes and then swings down into it, and you start to see a large crack now form in there. That will reduce 1 full round, so you have 1 more round to break through it. Marcia, what'd you get on your roll?
14.
14. You pepper a solid 7 of them out of what looks to be about 15 or 16 in the front ranks that are moving towards you, and it opens up and you see that section basically merge into 2 small pools. Like they've given up on trying to just rush forward as a united front and are now trying to figure out another way across this ice. Those of you attacking the ice, save for Dior who just did it, give me your next attack rolls.
Something I just realized is I could do this slightly more effective. I got above 15, but
26.
can I switch my weapon to something from Operation Overdrive, which seems a little more like useful in the scenario? Because like I can just make a big drill.
Absolutely.
And let's just do that with my last one, I guess. Just be like, the magic ain't working, and I'm just gonna go fucking industrial.
Alrighty. Frankie, what'd you get?
21.
21. All right. You guys are able to pull and break through the crack that was created by Dior in this transformed form. And you've now opened up a space that's maybe about 3.5, 4 feet wide for you guys to drop through, and you'll drop right into that tear in the Morphing Grid.
You Quantum Ranger's cool. I drop through.
Perfect. Right
Quantum
before,
Ranger is
right before
really
my
cool.
monk form disappears and I have to start spending points to do these switches, I'm going to switch one more time for free to my speed form and just shoot through the hole.
Okay.
Frankie just slims the fuck down quick and then dives in.
I want to make note of all of the weapons that we've seen thus far in this in these like dimension hopping adventures. Just Just for the
For
sake of it.
reasons?
Yeah, for reasons.
Okay.
Whee! Into the thing.
Out, Peter. Yep. Marcia, before you drop through, the green Arctic Gardener Ranger turns to you and puts something into your hand before you drop in.
Go for all the ice.
Do I get to see what it is?
Do you look at it before you drop in?
I do.
It's a Zeo crystal. We stopped him from taking this. I mean, if it helps you guys out, then it helps you.
Thank you. You're doing good work here. Hopefully, we'll see you soon. And I slip through the hole.
Marcia, the Pink Sea Ranger.
What geometric shape was the crystal?
Marcia, I would like you to keep note that you have a shard of pure solarite.
Okay.
And it's while holding that going through the ice. It wasn't ice that you were standing on. They were able to create pure solarite, and that's how they were able to contain that chasm.
Okay, maybe we should have just brought them with us.
It's fine.
Do I know that on the way down?
So you receive the crystal, you say what you say, go to drop down. As you drop down, you look at it, and your helmet, the HUD in your helmet tells you that this is pure solarite. And as your helmet confirms that, as that last bit of the ice passes by your visor, it acknowledges that that ice is also pure solarite as you're dropping.
Cool. That would have been useful information beforehand, but at least I still have the thing. And then I fall
we could
into the
just-
hole.
Taking all of that, but right.
Next, I swear to God, if the next multiverse you drop into is a school, I'm gonna kill something.
School?
Let me make some notes.
Nah, I
real
wiped
quick.
out all the.
Hold on.
I wiped out all the Team Rangers. It's fine.
Oh God.
This is when our crosses into my
Watch
screen,
it be
we
the
end up in the
Megaforce world.
Fey Ranger series.
We had either a Fey Ranger or more phenomenal. Take your pick.
Goddamn.
And again, this kaleidoscope of color and shapes, visions of universes, of rangers. One that sticks out for the briefest second is a barren wasteland of a planet that nobody's on. Like the Wraiths showed up there and were like, it was already done, and then left.
Schrodinger, what the fuck?
Can I are there any wraiths in here I can high five that we're just there?
No.
Damn it! Can I just leave a note on the surface of the planet being like, this is what happens.
Wally did it.
Schrodinger
What
was
happens?
Wally was here.
You deserved it. Wally was here, and then just a picture of a dick butt.
Yeah.
Right.
As your feet come to settle in the third gateway. Wally, there's something strangely familiar about this one. There is an unearthly cold that you feel. For the rest of you, this looks like Angel Grove, but destroyed. There's no sound. Just empty buildings, broken, fallen over, rubble, destruction. It's like the aftermath of something.
I'm just gonna I was riding the high of watching the Super Megaforce planet pass me, that barren wasteland, and now seeing another barren wasteland. I'm just gonna take 2 really slow steps forward, and I'm just gonna collapse in the dirt. because I never thought that I would ever have to be back here.
You should never be back here. This universe shouldn't exist anymore.
Schrodinger, you okay?
Didn't you say this place got erased when we stopped me from going bad?
And I imagine evil you had to come from somewhere, but that was the intent.
Did evil Peter contain it somehow?
Can I look at the sky?
Look up at the sky. It's dense clouds, but there's like this eerie red hue.
I'm gonna fire a shot into the sky to see if I can like part the clouds, even for a little bit, just to see what's past it.
Fire. The echoing waves of energy carry through this expanse. You see it tear through a layer of the clouds. Just a dense red sky.
Was it like that when I left the
grid-wide
first time?
communicator.
It was like that when the Draconic Overlord assumed full power.
I'm going to use my grid-wide communicator because I assume it would be able to reach any rangers who are still here.
Yeah, you and I had the same idea.
Oh my god. I don't want to see older Frankie.
This is Pink ArcaKnight Ranger Marcia Ambrose reaching out to anyone who may be able to hear this message.
Get off of this line. He'll find you. And then it cuts.
Do I recognize the voice?
It sounded identical to your voice talking back to you.
Wait.
Shit.
Is there... So I'm from here. Do I know where they are? Or like if there's a communication thing?
There are 4 or 5 locations that they would normally scramble between. There is one communication network that you can access. But you need Dior for that.
God damn it. Hey Dior, I need you for something real quick. Come here.
Yeah, what do you need?
What do I need to do?
He needs to take his helmet off.
Take your helmet off.
Are you going to connect to that network?
Before I do this, Chris, the person, does not know what this means. But does Schrodinger know if this is like a safe network he can use?
It will be 100% a safe network to use, yes. But also take into consideration, Wally is home right now.
Oh, we could fuck time.
Wally is home right now. And the only person Wally has ever truly trusted was Marcia. And the only way to get in contact with Marcia is through connecting to Dior to connect to that network.
Isn't that... Oh boy, okay.
Saying something.
I'm going to unshift the stuff I have on me just to like have the full cybernetic stuff out.
Did I know that you were a robot?
Yep.
All the timelines are flooding together right now. Can we see the big portal? Is there anything?
Nothing you guys can currently see. Remember, there's 3 layers to get through first. And then from this layer, they had to get the Zeo crystal here to open to the beacon.
So this is the final
They haven't
floor.
yet. This is the final floor before the beacon.
Can I... Okay, I'm going to try to say this in the least weird way possible.
Can you feel yourself?
Yeah! Yeah!
Well, here, not in front of the void.
Before we get to that, Wally, do you connect to that network?
If I don't, so you say I can't see the portal. Does that imply they're not here yet, or
Or
that
they haven't busted through.
They are here.
they are here? Oh fuck.
They have to get the Zeo crystal from here to get to the center. This is the last stop before you get to the literal center of the morphing grid.
I just kind of look to the others for the first time, and a little visor's gonna go up, and you can kind of see that Schrodinger is in tears as he just looks to the technically four. I mean, one of you is a robot right now. It's your
Cyborg.
call. Whatever. It's your call, guys. I can contact. I'm gonna point to Marcia. You from here. I don't. It's been a while since I've been here. Even longer since I've really cared too much. But I got to use Dior to connect to it. Not really sure what that means, but I have a feeling that it's.
You
Not
know
exactly the best
you know
idea.
exactly what that means, but you don't want to say it right now.
Can you message it to me so I know what it means?
I'll describe it if you decide to do it. You know that it's going to be painful for Dior, but it is the only communication network that is safe in this world.
It is.
Did
It's gonna suck. I'm not gonna lie to
Do-
you.
do you and Marcia from this timeline have the Zeo crystal?
I mean, technically I'm the me from this timeline, but
What-
do we, God?
You don't know.
I don't know.
There's one way to find out, and I kind of fucked us into the situation. I can take a bit of pain.
I mean,
Judging from the story Schrodinger's already told us, this is the only ally we have.
We need to make.
Plus,
a
I can
decision.
encrypt, so
we
if
gonna
they need to.
are we gonna fuck time for you two meeting other versions of you?
I don't see how we would.
It's the only
I'd
version
like
of
to
him.
find out.
This reality is like
this timeline
disconnected.
doesn't really exist.
Yeah.
This is like
This is the world that never was.
And that's why it's the closest to the beacon.
Mm-hmm. I really thought
I
it'd be the
mean,
other one where I disconnected it completely from
can-
the morphing grid, but you know.
Frankie and
Nice. I take Schrodinger by the shoulders. If I trust you here, I trust you. Do the thing.
Okay. Your helmet's already off, so I guess we'll just get started.
Yep.
Do you have anything you want to say to anyone before we do this? I'm not sure how painful it is, but you know, it's good to be
I
prepared.
guess we'll find out. I'll live.
For the first time, for the rest of you, Schrodinger no longer appears in any other Ranger form or amalgamation of other Ranger forms. He appears as the Phantom Ranger. Dior, you saw the Phantom Ranger from your guys' universe.
Mhm.
You recognize the armor and all of it. There is a port, the top of the spine, base of the skull, where the power ruby from your suit can connect directly to Dior. By tethering those 2 points, you open Dior's consciousness to the neural network of the Dior of this universe. The Dior of this universe gave up his physical form and became entirely cybernetic. Became the new neural network for the resistance against the Draconic Overlord. It's going to hurt. And as they are tethered, Dior, you can feel when Lamont gave up. You can feel when the rest of the body became the weapon, the artillery, the network. The only bit of humanity left in Dior here is a seething rage to stop the draconic overlord. And that holds you, and that burns inside you. Because the person who becomes that is less than 3 feet away from you on your right. And he tore you to the ground. He shattered the grid just to get the book from you. He didn't care what happened to anybody else to get the book. And he's right there, network connected.
Everybody take the sharp objects away from Dior real quick.
Dior? What do you need?
How connected is he fully to this network right now? Like, can he see anything if he opens his eyes, or is it just
when you open your eyes, you are back in full semblance of yourself. You have your humanity, you have all of that. Connecting to yourself in this universe gave you all of the feelings, emotions, memories, data of yourself from this universe. So in those moments of connecting, you felt all of that. But now as your eyes open, you are back to you, but you have those memories in your head.
I'm just looking dead set at Peter.
Yeah, I told you my world kind of sucks.
What? And I'm also just gonna circle back to my point. If I can sense me.
Give me roll willpower.
Willpower. Oh, okay. That's not bad.
So it'll just be a D20 roll.
No, that's a 19 on the dice.
19 on the dice? Okay.
Yeah. Just to get intel.
He's here.
Mm-hmm.
He's definitely here.
Mm-hmm.
Exact location is kind of rough.
Mm-hmm.
But you feel like that, like watching a ping on sonar. That
can you
wave
give me
that
like
comes
a
out.
Close, far, very far. Like, can you give me
far?
Far. Okay, so like mid distance away from us.
Yes.
Got it. Just wanted to make sure he wasn't like in the next house. And then
he's just hanging out on the roof, just like, oh,
oh, there you are.
Didn't want an Omayo Shindu moment.
Yeah,
okay, that's all.
Dead already. I'm gonna use Dior and TNT, and I'm just gonna.
As soon as you connect, you hear your Marcia's voice. Wally, what the hell are you doing back here?
I'm not gonna lie, I don't really know. We were chasing Peter 1 or Peter 2, one of the evil one through like dimensions. I saw this really cool place with like just a bunch.
Don't have the time, Schrodinger.
I get it, Wally. Amazing adventure, happiness, all the things I wish you could have had and that I wanted you to have. Genuinely. Where are you right now?
I give them my like.
You know it, like you know exactly where you are.
Quadrant 3.
Yeah.
You know, that one place where I hid like all the bodies from that one time I went to the Megaforce world.
Tells you.
The second time.
Safe house 2. I'll meet you there.
See you there.
Be safe.
You too. All right, guys.
Oh,
right.
Safe house. You know what? I'm not gonna say that out loud. Just follow me.
I'm gonna slowly stand up because hopefully I'm not as much agony.
Just gonna pat you on the shoulder. Go work.
Oh, this is your road. Lead the way.
We are.
Gonna give them the most direct but also scenic tour. Right there, that's the ramen place I keep visiting in your world because that got marched upon with an army of Draugr. Right over there, we have the mall that I tend to frequent in your world, which was also destroyed by an army of Draugr. Right there, that's where Peter just like tore the whole fucking like suburbia apart. That was
I
something
think
else.
with the visor down and seeing how fucked up Wally is at seeing all this, Frankie's just walking beside him with his arm over Wally's shoulder. Says, "Oh yeah, that's cool, buddy. Yeah, yeah."
You know, this tour is a lot more fun with people involved.
I'm gonna lag a little bit to be around Peter and probably Marcia.
He's staring at the ground.
Yeah.
Right over there, that's I don't really know what that is, but I think that used to be a mountain. Now it's more of a crater, which is kind of like a reverse mountain.
This
I mean,
world,
kinda, yeah.
this world is so close to what our world looks like.
It's a few less buildings, but yeah.
If you
How about we
weren't,
don't think about that?
if you weren't the leader you were and are, this is what Angel Grove would look like now.
Yeah, no, I got that. I got that.
Please don't make me regret not becoming what this Dior did.
Just nods.
Right over there is the giant statue to the Draconian Overlord. That's pretty. It's
Oh,
not gonna lie,
is
even
that...
evil, you had good taste.
Oh, is that what that is?
Well, it used to be. I kind of blasted it a couple times, but that was like on the way out. I
How
figured I
much,
wouldn't.
how
Suffer
much
any
of it is still
consequences.
standing?
Only
There's
legs.
there's a head to the statue on the floor that has like concussive like bowls that made a smiley face onto
use
it.
Use that for target practice.
Marcia, you're starting to understand the exact location you guys are going to, and honestly, what that it makes sense for this to be the location you're going to. You're heading to Peter's house. Peter's home.
I don't tell them shit as I lead them there.
Yeah.
This is all to distract from the inevitable reveal that, yeah, we're living in your house.
One of the safe houses is Peter's house.
Schrodinger?
Hmm.
I'm assuming in this universe I'm smart and not cruel. Why the fuck did I do this?
I don't know. I figured it's like a. I'm not gonna lie. I don't ask a lot of questions. You just gave me a blaster one day and kind of just said, "Roll with it."
You want to fill us in on the do this?
You'll see in just a second. It's right up here, actually. Right next to this, my favorite other reverse mountain. See that? That's where you that's where you cut off Gina's hands. Big battle, crazy stuff. You can still kind of see the blood splatter, like right there.
As you're approaching
I'm taking you to Six Flags.
fully intact, albeit covered in dust and ash, Peter's home.
That's fucked up.
Yeah. Same thing I was thinking.
Is his car still in front of it?
Yeah.
Man,
Trying to find gasoline.
Didn't even take your car.
Marcia, the password is 1205. You just know this.
I put it in.
Wally, as you're leading them into the front door to where the trapdoor that drops into the basement, where the interconnective underground city has essentially been running and fumigating and existing from, this Marcia puts the code in.
Schrodinger, a question on how the neural network works. Is it just always active and like, or does it have a central location?
There is a central location. You know the central location.
You would know. But yeah, there's like a central location.
Okay.
See, when I first started, I thought you were just like a nondescript cloud of anger and rage, but
So about that part, right? So
yeah,
if that is connected to any defense systems in here,
I'm
I
gonna
don't know.
stay up here.
Yeah,
It-
that might be.
No, you're
Stop.
good.
Yeah, you're good.
You're,
Just
you're
like,
good. I
You're
think
good.
here.
But my appearance might.
can I use my powers to make him in it, like put him in a different suit or something?
I mean, I could
Peter
just-
has magic.
Yeah, you
Yeah, I
have
can-
magic. Yeah, but it's more fun if I do it.
I tell you what. I
I'm
think
gonna ask Schrodinger. Will my presence disturb whoever's down there?
I mean,
I look at Schrodinger.
probably no. No
Okay.
more than mine
All right.
does.
All right.
In your
Then I'll
world.
go.
Alrighty.
Fingers
See, you'll-
crossed that I'm not
you'll be
tapped
fine.
into this thing still.
You
No,
guys will be
you're not.
fine.
Good.
I took the ruber out of your back. You're fine. You're good. No worries.
As the doorway opens up, Marcia, there's immediately a hand over your mouth as you are staring at what looks like your mother, but also like very, very uncanny valley like you.
Cool.
And you hear from your own voice, this never happened. None of this. You're going to forget that this ever happened. At least our interactions. And you see, as she's doing this with the other hand, there's small spell sigils that she's crafting.
I immediately start raising my hands, and I'm also making spell circles right in front of that one.
Hi, Marcia.
Mm,
Not you,
Wally.
the other one.
mm.
Just go with it. You don't want to. You were the one who was like, "Oh, I don't want to fuck up the time stream."
Exactly.
Mm.
No, you just won't see me in your memories of everything that happens.
It'll be somebody else, like another me, maybe. Isn't that comforting?
I move the hand. People are dying. Maybe I kind of need some information. Let's talk about this afterwards, maybe?
It just won't be me that you're seeing. The longer this happens, the bigger chance that this comes back to being reality.
Marcia, shut up.
Okay,
That's-
teach me
yeah,
this circle.
Which one?
Oh my god, just do the thing!
Finishes the spell, and you no longer see this aged version of yourself.
Who do I see?
Just another random person. Nondescript, nothing extraordinary about their appearance by any means. It's like catching somebody out of your periphery, but they're just standing right in front of you.
Like 1 minute for me.
Okay.
As long as we don't acknowledge,
Call you now.
we're fine. You
I
can
get
just
it. There are
call-
rules.
Wally, you can just call me mom.
That feels weirdly. I met my real mom.
You can just call me mom.
This has been a very strange day.
The semantics
Agreed.
of time travel aside,
Yeah.
where are they? Where do we need to go?
We have to get to the network.
Oh no.
When we get to the network, we can get the crystal there. If my memory serves me correct, Marcia has a crystal,
I do.
How long
and
have
we
you
can
had that?
we can replace them. So when he comes here looking for it, it's not the right one. And we can figure out
Yeah, that works.
steps and
Maybe.
procedures.
He doesn't get any of them.
That one doesn't work here because it's not from here.
It's kind
Alright.
of like Thanos and the stones in Marvel. Do you have
Yeah.
Marvel on your world?
Yes,
we have
it's
Marvel.
Yeah,
yes.
yeah, we have Marvel.
Okay,
we
so
have Marvel. Okay, got it.
okay.
So like in Loki,
going to
yeah.
We're
Yeah, it's like
going
in
to
the TVA. They're all useless.
Yeah, it doesn't exist.
The paperwork.
It's like yeah.
This entire time, everybody else is talking, and I'm just like still staring at.
Stop staring at
So
my mom.
where is the I'm about to say me. Where is the neural network?
This way.
Okay.
And like
To-
turns and gestures for everybody. For the rest of you, very reminiscent of Marcia, like, let's
Yeah.
go. You this way.
I kind of have a question. So you're kind of leading this. He's like a kill bot network. Where the fuck am I at?
That's really an important question. We have like a whole universe to save.
We're still walking that way?
He's dead, isn't he?
He's
I wanted
keeping
to-
him busy right now.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay, good.
that sounds like me.
Ooh, cool.
Hey, look, I'm
Alright,
still kicking
where's
your
the-
ass.
As we're obviously walking and talking, I'm just gonna go up to my Marcia and I'm just gonna like show them all the photos and stuff of like all the places I've been. Just be like, so in this universe, they actually walk on the other side of the road, which I found really strange. And in this universe,
It's like going to England or something.
yeah, it apparently a lot of dimensions are very similar to England. And this one, Peter is a gas station attendant. In this one, Peter is not a Power Ranger at all and isn't even a gas station attendant. In this universe, he actually has a very loving family here. I don't know how that compares to this world, but I just thought that was kind of neat. In this world, and I'm just gonna keep
Just
rattling off
going
like
through
different
all the
dimensions.
things.
In
Yeah.
this world, turns out most of these large the McDonald's meal here is a $2 meal instead of a $1. Thought that was neat. Didn't have any money, still stole it, but just thought it was neat.
Fair
Value
enough.
is strange in these universes.
As you guys are moving through these like subterranean tunnels and caverns, there's parts of it where you can see it's like industrial cement that's been put there, and then there's other parts where it's like shipping containers or like makeshift to continue the expansion on and continue and get to wherever it was reaching. Peter, that blip
Yeah.
is starting to be a little bit further off and further off.
Okay, that's a good thing.
Dior, Marcia, Frankie, Peter, your attention's to that blipping. You
Okay,
feel like
Marcia.
you are moving in the direction of Area 52.
Makes sense.
That tracks.
And as you cross through a threshold, you see a very familiar sight of the Dread Hollow's base of operation underneath Area 52.
Because we finally make it to the end of this like long walk. I finally reached the parts of my like photo book from the present, quote unquote, and there's just pictures of me and my family. And as that kind of pops up, so welcome back to whatever this place is, Area 52, I think. I'm sorry that this tour primarily consisted of long, arduous, ominous hallways, but you know that's kind of what happens when the world ends.
I
And this is
appreciate you
why-
talking, little brother.
And this is why Schrodinger was able to teleport into the Dread Hollow's base of operations. It's because as you cross into here, you see what looks to be a humanoid shape connected to thousands of wires and conduits,
Oh, no.
where a
Yeah.
fully cybernetic Dior is sitting in a chair on that same plinth, and held in his hands is a Zeo crystal.
Oh.
So that's the one we need.
How's
Yeah.
being evil, or not evil? How's being like really mad all the time?
No response.
I'm gonna stay over here while y'all do
Yeah,
the
that's
swap.
bad. Yeah.
Yeah,
And I'm just gonna hang back at the door while they go in and
This
do that because I'm
is
like, I shouldn't get too
lot.
close to that guy.
Holy shit.
This is disconcerting.
I'm just gonna look at Dior. It's like, do you need a minute?
We have to do this fast.
We do not have a minute.
I'll go. I'll do the. Yeah.
When we remove it, he will turn off.
Okay.
Like completely off.
Yeah.
And then when the new one goes in, we'll have a little bit of a rebooting time.
Right. Right.
Oh, we're turning you off and turning you back on. Got it.
We're replacing the battery.
Yeah.
Let's do it. Let's do
Yeah,
it.
let's just hurry this
Run a
up.
magic double A.
Wally,
Mm-hmm.
you got to do it.
Why do I have to do it?
Marcia can't do it because Marcia's here. Frankie can't do it because Frankie's fighting. Lamont can't do it because Lamont's sitting down over there. And Peter can't do it because Peter's fighting.
Maybe don't say the name out loud. I know how this one can get. But all right, I guess I'll do it. That's cool. That's great. You always told me not to turn this thing off and on, but
I'm
alright,
gonna
cool.
go ahead and just sit down, and if I can do it surreptitiously, see if I can slightly connect back to that network while that's happening.
Okay. You can connect to that network. You're fully aware of that network and everything.
You're gonna get turned off.
Yeah, you might want to get out of that just real quick.
Hey, bud. Gonna go to sleep for a second.
I know.
Where I'm from,
I don't want to.
we're making things better.
You make sure you can listen to Chiron again.
I will. Do you want me to share the load?
You make sure you can talk to him again.
First on my list.
Wally, as you're approaching,
You kind of see, as much as Schrodinger's been talking this entire time, there's like a weird weight of like, oh god. Starts breaking down bit by bit as he starts approaching what is essentially Dior splayed out as a robot cyborg thing. And he's just gonna place his hand on the Zeo crystal. He's gonna think about what happens if they fuck this up. He's gonna think back to his I guess real family and family he made here and in all those other universes, and he's gonna take the crystal out.
I'll disconnect before he gets the crystal out.
Yeah, I'm gonna give you the quick warning. Be like, hey, get out.
Yep.
as you disconnect it, you have those quick fleeting memories of when coming to Safe House 2. When Marcia would be busy coordinating with the rest of the coinless, sitting in here and talking to this Dior, even if he couldn't respond back. Like, one day I'm going to be strong enough that you can get up. One day I'm going to change everything. I'm going to make it better. You pull that crystal out. You hear this Dior for the first time for you. Get him. As the lights dim away.
All right.
I will. Hope you enjoyed the tour. And it's now that that all that was through his helmet, just talking to his fucking buddy. He's just gonna put the other one in because I think that's what we're doing, right?
Yeah.
All right, come on back online.
Put it in. You see what used to be like crimson red light through his body. Now this like silvered, almost ice white coloration start to fill through. Okay, so that one we give to Marcia, as they point to Marcia.
Here you go.
I very idly take it back from you, but I'm still staring at the Marcia from this timeline.
Stop staring at my mom. It's getting weird.
It's
You will know when to use it. And that's all I can say. But you will know when to use it, Marcia.
I have questions.
I can give you one answer.
How did you keep going?
Because we loved all of them.
See me grip the Zeo crystal very tightly in my hand.
And we never stopped. You'll know when.
Okay.
Peter, that blip is closing fast.
Game
It is
time.
so close.
With it being close, kid, do I have a general direction?
It's coming from your south as you're standing in this opening into Area 52 that this Dior is in. It's going to come overhead and then down.
Frankie, we got to go up.
How do we go up from here? We just going to throw the sail in? Fuck it.
I think they're coming to us.
Yeah.
Breaking through the roof, you see an emerald green ArcaKnight Ranger fighting against the Draconic Overlord, holding them with the antler gauntlet in place, being pushed through the ground until they hit the floor and a blade comes out of its chest.
Oh, shit.
And that's where we'll end for tonight.
Ah, shit, I knew it.
Wow.
Last thing before we cut off, Frankie's visor just comes up and he just looks at Peter. Really? Oh, fuck you.
Thank you all for joining us here tonight. We will see you all again in 2 weeks for the next episode of ArcaKnights.
Birthday week. Let's go.
Somewhere in here, I think.
We have had to jump and skip through timelines where there were supposed to be sessions. Unfortunately, life is life, and things do happen. We're going to spend a whole session in Shinwakage, a whole session in Arctic Gardena, but we got to do things. Thank you all for joining us. We'll go back around in reverse order for everybody, who you are, what you got coming up, and yeah, so we'll start with Paige.
I open my calendar as I'm reeling from just dying in front of myself. Everyone, I'm Paige, aka Pluto Slayer, all over the socials. I'm a queer, trans, NB streamer and game master on quests around every game in the known universe. Tomorrow night on my channel, on Twitch at 10 p.m. Eastern, will be the next episode of my Power Ranger game, Power Rangers Fairy Arcana Force, with both Arc and Javante here. As we finally met Queen Titania last session, so that'll be great. But more importantly, on Sunday, I will be starting my new Daggerheart campaign. We're going to be doing 10 episodes. We're going to hit each level and test out this system. It'll be Sundays on my Twitch channel at 9 p.m. Eastern. We have Javante, Casper the NB Ghost, the Space Chamber, Abigail the Nerd, and Cospingu. So great cast. Check that out. That's all for me.
Oh yeah, Hama.
Hello, it is I, Hama, and/or Hama Samakun. That's HAMASAMAKUN on all social media platforms. For the most part, Twitch, because that's kind of where I spend a vast majority of my time planning out things and stuff. Speaking of things and stuff, my ongoing projects, I got some Tabletop Tempest things, but For those of you who are Toku fans / Power Rangers / well, I mean, this is technically what it's based off of, but Kamen Rider, I have this new series called Content Rider takes place in a world where monster fights are streamed live to Twitch. Our first episode is going to feature our dear Gridmaster Arc, who is going to be taking on a handful of monsters, and who knows, maybe they might get some support from the chat, or maybe the villain will. Who knows? I just want you all to know. Punish him, chat. Punish him for what he's done to us. Punish him hard. Just destroy him. Destroy everything he loves.
Yes, please
destroy
do.
him.
He just killed me. Kill him.
Yeah, vengeance for my favorite ranger. Vengeance. But yes,
Vegeta
that
never
is...
beats Goku. I'm just saying.
Oh.
Actually, he did. So fuck you.
Ooh. All that to say, that's my big one. Content writers. I've been doing a handful of production streams here and there, and doing graphics and stuff. Handful of people in the chat here, like Serini, got one of their very own. But it is a fun time for all you Kamen Rider fans out there, because that is literally what this is. Yeah.
Yeah. Javante.
Howdy, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, non-binary fighters and hellions of all walks of life. I'm Javante. Yeah, things you can catch me on. Like mentioned, I'll be on Tuesday playing Trini, the Pink Ranger. Sunday, I will be doing Daggerheart, which I'm really excited about, with a character that I enjoy doing. Wednesday, I am DMing a Outgunned game, Outgunned Blood and Thunder, over on Wanderer's Haven. Big announcement for me, April 18th is the first episode of my solo show on Twitch, Changeling, Nightmares, and Fireflies, which officially got cast a couple days ago. I'm so very excited to run it, because horror is my favorite genre of anything, and I get to torture people that I care about.
Alec.
Hello, I'm Alec, or Alec the Bard, TTRPG content creator and professional ballroom dancer, and not your real dad. You can find me on Twitch Monday through Wednesdays, and you can also join me tomorrow as I discuss my new game that I'm currently working on.
Brandon.
Hello, everyone. It has been me again, Brandon O'Brien, pronouns he, him, or they, them. You can find me almost everywhere on the internet at The Rising Tides. That's TITHES, including my itch.io page, where you can find out more information about Hero Revolution, my presently still in development Kamen Rider inspired RPG. And I'm very excited to continue showing you all things from that, so look out for more information about that very soon. And this is the only thing that I'm playing for quite some time, other than an Eberron Oracle of War game over on twitch.tv/ArvanEleron, that's ARVANELERON, which our next session is actually this Saturday, so definitely watch me shoot people with a mechanical gun arm.
Fuck yeah.
And I have been your Gridmaster, ArcLight Court. Find me all over the internet at ArcLight Court. Best way to keep up to date with me is on Instagram, where I post constantly about different Power Rangers, Tokusatsu, Masked Heroes stuff, and collaborating with Hama randomly out of nowhere for Arc Lore, or Alec for Arc Lore, or Jonathan for Arc Lore. Everybody really likes Power Rangers lore on their channels when they reach their goals.
Arc is around a lot.
I got you.
True.
Of course, tomorrow I'll be playing my blue Fairy Arcana Force Ranger Warren Ambrose after meeting Queen Titania and being scared shitless. But also Mondays, Tuesdays, and Thursdays, when I'm not featuring this or playing in other streams, I'm here doing words of wisdom, inspiration, creating Ranger teams, talking about Power Rangers, playing Power Rangers Battle for the Grid, Helldivers, a good variety of things, and would love to have you all amongst us here at the court. But thank you all for joining us here. Can't wait to see you all again. And remember that if it's Monday, it's morphin' time. Have a good one, everybody.